The story is of a small area of South Carolina, named Wilson. People are living their lives happily there. But at night, a small mass transit falls from the sky in the forest of that area. No one knew what it is because it was so small in size. There lived a man named Grant. He was so rich. He seemed old, but he married a young lady named Starla. They both are so impressed by each other and like each other a lot. One night, we see that they have a bad conversation. Grant gets angry and leaves the house. He then goes to a bar where he meets a girl named Brenda. They drink the whole night. Later they head towards the forest. Then suddenly, Grant sees that mass transit, which fell in that forest. He wanted to know what it is. He goes near it and looks at it heedfully. Suddenly a small needle comes out of it and inserts itself in Grant's chest. He falls down due to pain. He was feeling pain and he was suffering badly from it. Brenda, who stood behind her, sees this and gets scared. The thing that was inserted in her chest goes to her mind through her chest. Right after it, Grant wakes up and his eyes and nose start bleeding. He was observing his surroundings strangely. It seemed clear that Grant's condition is not good. They both go to their houses after this incident. It's morning now. Starla comes to Grant. She was guilty of the fight. She asks for his apology. After it, Starla leaves and Grant starts doing weird stuff. First of all, he goes to the market and brings a lot of meat home. Coming home, he acts weirdly. He kills his own dog. Later he goes to his basement and locks its door so that no one can come there. Starla gets to know that he has locked the basement. She asks, "Why did you do that?" To which he replies, "I'm arranging a birthday party for you." Grant's body was under the control of aliens. They were controlling his mind. Changes could clearly be observed in Grant's body, especially that place where that needle was inserted. The skin was getting damaged from there. Two weird tentacles came out of his chest which looked like snakes. From the day this happened to him, he wanted to make his wife Starla like him. But he doesn't do this. It shows he still has some humanity left in him. Later, we see that Grant goes to that girl's house, whom he met that night. He starts inserting both of his tentacles into her belly. As a result, liquid of aliens enters her body. Obviously, this was so painful. She was suffering from pain. Grant's condition was getting worsened. His face started to swell weirdly. When Starla sees it, she asks him to go to the doctor. Grant thinks that he is stung by bees. He imagines as if he has met his doctor just now. The reason behind this was when he affected Brenda, he inserted many alien eggs into her belly through tentacles. Brenda's harmonies disturbed badly and it caused many changes in her body. As a result, she started feeling really hungry. Here, we observe that this is the reason why Grant brought meat from the market. Police get the wind of this news. They get the report that Brenda is missing from her home, and on a doubt basis, they go to her home. They tell the whole story to Starla. Starla didn't know anything. Even she didn't know that she is living with an alien for the past few days. After it, the police leave from there. She realizes this when Grant comes in front of her. He wasn't looking like a human. He seemed a weird creature. She gets scared and calls the police in a state of scariness. While she was calling the police, Grant attacks her. He tries to kill her and says that you're a deceiver. At the same time, the police reach there. As Grant sees them, he runs away. Police couldn't understand which type of creature he was. Later, the police and in charge of the town try to solve this matter. Here, they get to know that Grant is behind the disappearance of those animals. He steals these animals. During the investigation, Bill gets to know about the house which will be his next prey. That house resident's name was Otis. He had a small family of 3 daughters and a wife. He had an elder daughter named Kylie. Bill says that he is 100% sure that he's going to attack this house. Later, he and his companions surround him and that farmhouse and start guarding that place. Grant arrives there to hunt animals, as they assumed. HW wasn't looking like a human but a monster. They are quite surprised. What is this thing? He kills his prey. After this, Bill and his companions surround him and were about to catch him. Grant had completely changed and looked really dangerous. He attacks one of the men and divides his body into 2. He runs away after killing that man. Police chase them too. They get amazed and shocked after what they see. Brenda had swollen like a balloon and looked like a strange creature. Because she has eaten a lot and strangely her hunger wasn't coming to an end. As they come inside, Brenda gets blasted. Brenda was wildly hungry because eggs of that alien were in her belly. As she explodes, these insects spread all around in numerous numbers. They are alien insects and they attack them. These insects just try to go into the mouth. They try to control the human mind by entering the mouth just like they possess Grant's mind. Bill and Starla cover their mouths and they are saved from them. Those insects spread all around, even in the farmhouse which was owned by that man. They enter into the mouth of Mr. Otis and his all family members except his daughter Kylie. Because as it was entering her mouth, she saves her life by pulling it out of her mouth. Here, Kylie was also trapped in their imagination. She knows the purpose behind the arrival of these aliens and from where did they come. When she gets out of imagination, she sees that her parents and her sisters have gotten killed by aliens as well. They try to affect Kylie too, but somehow, she runs away to save her life. She goes outside and Bill holds her. They see that the aliens are spread around in a huge number. They were making humans like them by entering their bodies. Insect in Grant's mind was the source of these aliens and all other aliens were his small parts. They couldn't do anything for their protection due to late night. Later, Kylie tells them that I know from where did these aliens come and ways to vanish them. If we kill Grant, these aliens will get killed automatically. If we don't stop them, they'll keep growing. Bill plans to kill Grant after this. With the passage of time, he was increasing his size more. Starla was still in Grant's heart. He still had a love for her wife in his heart. Later, all escapers including Starla get into an accident. Grant takes Starla with him to his house. He lays her down on the bed. She was faint. He does her makeover and tries to make her more beautiful. When she becomes conscious, she sees that she is laying down on a bed in her house. When she looks around, she sees that everything is damaged. She sees many people calling her by her name. He was none other than Grant in the bodies of the people, whom he had made his prey. Starla comes down and sees a huge and dangerous monster in front of her. It is spread all around. As he comes close to her, Starla puts him into a sweet conversation and slowly gets closer to him. She says to Grant that I'll always stay with you. Hearing this, he becomes relaxed. Seeing this, she attacks her head but nothing happens because Grant had become so strong. After this, he tries to kill Starla. He approaches her but at the same moment, Bill arrives there. He tries to kill him but he fails. Grant takes out his both tentacles. He inserts one tentacle in Bill's belly but it only works when both of the tentacles enter the human body at the same time. Bill grabs the other tentacle and puts a lot of gas in it through a gas cylinder. As a result, a lot of gas enters Grant's body. At the same time, Starla shoots him which causes a huge explosion. It causes much fire, due to which an insect in his mind which was a real source, gets killed. As Grant dies, all the people who had that insect in their minds are also killed with him. This incident took many lives. And the film ends here. Guys, please don't forget to subscribe my channel and like the video. Thanks for watching.